Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you see, I'm in the same setup as I was in the previous video. A lot of you guys actually messaged me and said you liked how I was just like casually doing a video, chilling. It was like more just like laid back. I actually liked it too when I was editing the video. I actually really liked it. So maybe I'll be filming in here more often. It actually helps me out because my makeup is right behind me. I don't have to take it downstairs with me. Anyways, but yeah, today we're going to be doing a cream contouring video, and the reason is because I watched a Daisy Marquez video. She's a gorgeous beauty blogger slash YouTuber here on YouTube. So she got me in the mood to like want to start cream contouring again because like I said, I watched her video. When I used to cream contour a long time ago, I don't necessarily do it anymore because I feel like I get patchy right over here. I feel like the pigment doesn't pick up in a few spots, so it'll end up turning patchy for some reason. But she used the KKW contour sticks, and I've said it in my like videos a long time ago that that's the only cream contour stick that actually works for me. So yeah, she got me really in the mood to kind of like try out her face routine. So if you guys want to see me do a cream contour routine, then keep on watching. My skin is already prepped. I did like my moisturizer and all that stuff. But I am going to go in with the Ole Henriksen, Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. I just feel extra dry today, so I kind of want to go in with like a hydrating primer versus like one of the other ones I normally use. And it just smells so good. Also, so sorry if I sound congested. I woke up literally congested for no reason. I don't know why, but we're going to go in with this face primer just to prep the skin a little bit further. Okay, so first thing we're going to be doing is starting off with foundation. I talked about this brush and this foundation on my previous video. Go watch it if you have not seen it yet. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and this brush and these two together just make greatness. So I'm going to go ahead and just pump it. Usually I pump it on the back of my hand, but today I'm not. I'm going to be pumping a bunch of pumps because I like a lot of this foundation. Sorry if you hate that, but I love it. Okay, so I'm going to be picking up the KKW Medium Contour Stick. Looks like this. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. It's been out forever. But what I wanted to touch base on really quick about Daisy's video is I used to cream contour pretty much the same exact way. There's only two things that she did that I have never tried before, which is contouring the outlines of my lips and how she contoured like the edges of her eye to make it look elongated. So I'm going to try it the same exact way that she did it today. And honestly, her face looked so flawless, and every time I see her makeup in pictures or her Snapchats, it just looks so flawless. So I'm excited to be trying it out. I'm going to be doing it kind of more towards like how my face is. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, that she contoured all around her forehead. I like to contour just the sides because I already have a pretty small forehead. Now I'm going to be taking it on like down my ear. I know you say to follow your ear, but I like to go a little bit above because when you blend it, it goes down a little, so then it'll be exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go a little higher. And then same thing on this side. And then I just take it on the sides, just like how she did, and go right down the jaw. I think the jaw part is the most satisfying because it really just like snatches it. It already looks skinnier on this side versus on this side, and it's just drawing. It's not even blending it out. I don't know if she does this, but I do. I just take a little darkness right there. I just like to look extra snatched right under there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my nose. What she does is she takes it from her brow, just like I do with powder, but she does it with cream. So she kind of draws a line like right there and then just follows the nose, the bridge of it. And same thing on this side. And then, I don't know if she did this. I'm pretty sure she did. She went like this because I like my nose to look a little shorter. And then I don't do this part, but I'm going to today because she did. She just took it and just made that little line right here. It kind of just like lifts the nose and makes it just look like super tiny. Okay, so then what she did is she does the lips, kind of just like a lip liner. You pretty much just line it. I've never tried this, and I'm excited to see how it works because they say it helps to not over, like when you go to put your lipstick on, you don't have to like overline to death. This is like a Scott Barnes trick. I feel like I learned that from Tati. I just never tried it from her video. And actually, I want to do a following a Tati and Scott Barnes video. Let me know in the comment section down below if I should do that. She did this thing with the eye, which I want to do. She just drew like a little, it's like a wing, if you want to say. Obviously, it's not like a precise wing, it's a thick one, which will make it look elongated, and I love that trick because you guys know I always do my eyeshadow like that so it looks more elongated and almondy because I have round eyes, so I really liked this trick. Before we blend it out, we're going to put on our concealer. I don't know how I almost forgot that step. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender concealer. I'm obsessed. If you didn't watch my previous video, you must, because you need to see the 12-hour wear on this concealer, over 12 hours that I wore it for, and not one crack. My eyes, under eyes looked so amazing all day, so you must watch that video just to see it for your own eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the same way I would draw on my concealer. And then also, she did her concealer, I believe, first, but I'm just doing it this way because I accidentally forgot to put it on before. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure she still blended it out all together. I'm going to take it up the sides of the nose. So what she does is she'll just quickly like wet her brush that she used to blend it out, and which is such a smart idea just because it keeps the concealer moving, the contour moving, and also more creamy to blend out. So it's such, look, just like 2 taps and it's already blended out. I feel like because it dries up on your face. So if your contour ever dries out on your face, give it a little quick spritz and just go ahead and blend it out. Even same thing for concealer. Always remember with contouring that you can always go back in with more. Like right now, I think I want a little more contour on my cheek. I might go back in with more, but I'm going to blend it all out first and then see. And then I'm just going to go blend in the rest of the contour. Okay, my concealer is pretty much blended out, not 100%. I'm going to go ahead and blend out my nose contour with this Huda Beauty brush that I was speaking about earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and blend out my nose contour just by stamping. And then I'm going to go ahead on the side of my eye and just tap that in with this same end that I used for my nose contour. And I'm not going to be pulling, I'm just going to be stamping over top to, it'll blend itself out. And it'll stay in that area. So like look, my eye already looks kind of elongated. And what I did with my Beauty Blender when I was blending out my concealer is I made it a straighter edge so it doesn't go too low, and it also does make my eye look lifted. So I kind of shaped it out how I wanted with like the concealer to make it go upward. Just going over that nose contour with a little Beauty Blender. And just taking the same brush that I used to do my foundation and cream contour, I'm going to just go over my lips. And just blend it out that way, nothing further. And if you can already tell, my lips look more plump and larger without me even having lipstick or lip liner on. Now what I'm going to do is go back to my beauty sponge and just blend out all my concealer and my contour, just going over it with the sponge to marry it all together. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more contour on the cheek area. I want it to be kind of more intense. So I'm just going to go back in with that. And then same thing, just stippling it right over top. This time I'm not going to go in blending too hard because I feel like sometimes you can over blend your contour, your cream contour, and it'll kind of like disappear. So once that harsh line is gone, just kind of stop blending. Just like that. The other way I was just like kept blending and it kind of disappeared, so that's why I added more. Much better. I feel like now you can see like the actual contour and the highlight and the concealer and all that stuff. So I think I'm good on blending. I'm not quite sure exactly what she did on the next steps with like her bronzer and stuff, but I'm gonna do it how I normally would do it. It's probably most likely like similar to how she did it. But I'm pretty sure she just like baked her under eyes, set her contour and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. I'll do it on camera so you guys can see. So it's like kind of like an updated face routine. So I don't really like to bake my under eyes, so I'm going to be taking a pressed powder like this, kind of like a banana shade right here. And I'm going to take it on my blender And I'm going to make sure my eye creases, yeah, it's pretty much all blended out. And just set that. I don't necessarily bake under my eyes because I don't know, I just don't. But if I ever do, it just kind of depends on my mood, but I don't necessarily like to. So I'm going to take this pressed powder everywhere that I put my my concealer, because it's going to give it like a brightening effect. So what I'm going to do is take my Cover FX powder, my favorite setting powder that I finally restocked on. I'm so excited because like I love how this makes my face look. It's just so satisfying. It makes it look like a porcelain baby's ass. Is when I cream contour, I like to bake before I go in with anything else. I like to just like set everywhere. I'm going to take my Cover FX powder on my sponge, and I'm not going to set the dark. I'm going to be setting everywhere like else besides where I contoured. So just like the normal places to bake, like here, the sides of the mouth, so no laugh lines happen. For this side, just drag it down. And remember, I'm avoiding the dark. We'll get to that in a minute. And now just taking it on the sides of the nose to make it more snatched. See, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of just tap the sponge on the back of my hand and just kind of stamp whatever's left under my eyes, and it will set it further, but without like baking. So I'm going to let this bake sit for about a minute, and then I'll wipe it away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the Morphe E3 brush. It's been about a minute, and I'm going to be stamping in the powder. I'm not going to be wiping away. I'm going to be stamping it just like this, so it actually does its job, because if I just like wiped it away, I feel like it would just sit on top of the skin. This way I'm pushing it into the skin, so it actually helps to do its job that it's supposed to, which is like longevity, cleaning up that contour line and all that stuff. And like I said, I didn't take it on the dark, but once I'm done blending out that side, I'll just lightly go over everything, just lightly. So there's really nothing left, but I'm lightly setting the contour. So the reason I don't set my contour with the translucent powder is because I feel like it mutes it out. So I like to set my actual contour with a bronzer. So I'm using the Hoola bronzer. And the reason like I said, is that I don't like to set my contour with a translucent powder is because I feel like it fades it all away. So I like to set my contour with kind of like a dark powder as well. So I'm just going to be stamping that on because it's still a little tacky. And there you go. Your contour is kind of brought back into life. So just stamping. Now just taking a random eyeshadow brush, this is the Morphe M433, and just going over the nose contour with the Hoola powder, or bronzer, and taking it right up there as well. You see that? It just makes it look so small and so contoured, especially when you connect it to your brow. It just like looks so natural and snatched. And then whatever's left on the brush, I like to kind of just take it around my eye to make it look elongated. So the cream contour that I put here is going to help make it look even better. So I'm just going over that with the powder. I didn't dip back in. I'm just going over with whatever's left on the brush. And same thing for this side. I feel like it's just going to help set it and also make it look more popped out. So now going back to my Tarte Princess Cut palette, my favorite palette, I'm going to be taking in these two shades right over here. I just like to mix them. I tap off and then I go in just on these contoured areas right back here. I don't take it all over, just like in the hollows of the cheek. I take it down where I did the jaw, and then I tap on the sides of the forehead, and then I do the same exact thing on the other side. And what you can also do is just go over it, which I always do, is I go over it with like a beauty sponge and just clean up the edges so it's not like a crazy line, but it's still like a cut line, if that makes any sense. Sometimes in my head it does. I hope it does to you guys. I'll just go over everything to mesh it all together. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this last shade in the palette. I've already hit pan on it. It's a shimmery bronzer, and I literally just dip into it like once. I'll kind of rub it on my hand just so it's not so harsh. Go over everything just very like kind of messy because it gives that nice like sheen to the skin and a little extra bronze, but just very lightly. And I like to use this like thicker feathery fan brush to do so because it kind of just disperses the product so lightly and softly. And I'll take it on the forehead to give it a little bit more of a glow too. Now I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face with a dewy mist. This is the Anastasia one. I love this one. And I'm just going to spray it everywhere. And just go ahead and stamp it all in while it's still damp. And I feel like it picks up all the excess powder or stuff that is not supposed to be on your face, and it makes everything like melt into the skin and look like skin versus powder. So now I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to be using the Morphe 8W Warm Palette. I'm using Unapologetic and MUA, and I'm mixing them, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a light little blush. When I do blush, I just said light, but I like to go like everywhere over the contour and on the temples, and I just think it looks so pretty. And lately I've fallen in love with this again. This was in one of my like first favorites video when I first started on YouTube. So I'm gonna be taking it. It's by MAC. It's literally like used and abused. I don't want to flip it because it's broken. Or not broken, but just like falling apart. But I love it. I use the first 2 shades, and then I'll use the 3rd dark shade for like my body highlight. But I'm gonna go ahead and just glow up the cheeks. My cheeks are still a little bit damp from the spray, which I love, and like look. Tell me that's not a sick ass glow. I love this palette. I don't know why I ever put it down. Okay, so pretty much I finished my face routine, and honestly this took me about like 15-20 minutes, and I'm explaining it to you. So I feel like if I was going like fast, I could have got my face. I usually take about 15 minutes on my face, so depends on what I do on my eyes, but my face I can get through like really fast. Once you have like a set down face routine, you will have it down so fast. It's the eyes that take a little longer, I feel like. But yeah guys, look up close. My face looks so flawless, so good. I actually love, I loved how I used the cream contour today. It kind of got me back into it. I like how my lips look. I can't wait to actually put a lip liner on top and a lipstick just to see how it like sets with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, a little shadow and like mascara and stuff like that on my eyes. And I'll be right back to finish off this video. Alright guys, I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows, put on some mascara and some lipstick. I didn't do like a crazy look today, no lashes, just my natural ones. And I'm just like running errands today. You guys, my face looks so good and so natural. Like I love it. Like I know like when I do my powder contour, I love it too, but I'm kind of loving how natural my skin looks, especially with creams. It's more, you can make it look more skin-like. And the thing is, I didn't have to use as much powder versus when I just do all powders, it's all powder. But this time I did the cream, so it was like the barrier and the base. So it helped me to not have to put as much powder on. So I love it. I think my nose looks so snatched. It's a little harsh, but not, I don't like hate it. I could have blended out a little more right over here, but that's not a big deal. I could just like, yeah, that looks good. My highlight is popping, and I'm loving this like fresh face look, even though it took, 20 minutes to do, but it doesn't even look like I have so much makeup on. So it's definitely a nice look if you kind of want to be like glammed, but not like over the top. So I just did mascara, and the only thing I have in my crease is that Hoola bronzer that I did here on camera. I didn't add anything else. As far as the lips, I think they look phenomenal. I'm using Makeup Talk by Morphe and Nakey Nakey by Laura Lee Los Angeles just in the center, and my lips look so plump and so like much bigger because of the shadowing underneath. But yeah guys, I love this routine. If you guys try it out, please tag me or tag Daisy. I love her. I'm going to tag her too. So yeah guys, that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it at home, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.